Pride goes before a fall. Haz and Meg, like a rat in a hole, has failed to become leading voices. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have failed to become leading voices with their Spotify and Netflix deals, according to a royal expert. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex stepped down from full-time royal duties in February 2020. After stepping down, they signed multi-million-dollar deals with the streaming giants Spotify and Netflix. Harry also recently spoke at the United Nations. At his UN speech in New York, Harry delivered a keynote address on Monday in honor of Nelson Mandela International Day. He also spoke about the spread of misinformation amid the coronavirus pandemic, how climate change is wreaking havoc on our planet, and the impact of the rolling back of constitutional rights here in the United States. During his speech, images showed the vast number of empty seats facing the Duke as he spoke. As a result, Danielle Elzer, royal expert, wrote for news.com.au that Harry and Meghan have failed to be leading voices. She said, more importantly for their Netflix and Spotify paymasters, they have failed to genuinely set themselves up as leading voices of the day. They might do their darndest to sell themselves as inspiring leaders, but the proof is in the flaccid pudding that was the lackluster turnout to Harry's recent UN speech. As of writing, Meghan and Harry have not released any programming for Netflix through their Archie Productions firm. In February 2021, the couple said of their Netflix deal, "Our focus will be on creating content that informs but also gives hope. As new parents, making inspirational family programming is also important to us." They added that Netflix's unprecedented reach will help us share impactful content that unlocks action. Meanwhile, the Sussexes have released a few episodes of Archie audio for Spotify, but have not released a full episode since December 2020. Speaking on Australia's Sunrise, entertainment reporter Peter Ford discussed how, in support of her husband, Meghan has apparently questioned the very empty seats and is demanding answers over the lack of people at the event in New York. Mr. Ford said, apparently, Meghan is now demanding answers at how this possibly could have happened and created this bad look. He added, "It was a bad look. No one can deny that." Recently, Prince Harry paid a surprise visit to Mozambique to highlight wildlife conservation in the country. According to reports, Harry traveled from California without Meghan Markle for the short stay earlier this week in his capacity as president of African Parks. The Duke's spokesperson said Harry was welcoming and co-hosting a group of U.S. officials, conservationists and philanthropists as they toured protected wildlife and nature areas. Prince Harry's critics in the UK mocked him for what they said performing host duties during the US delegation's visit. Harry was criticized after the US Embassy issued a statement on the visit. According to reports, the US delegation was visiting Mozambique on a wide-scope bilateral cooperation program, covering security, business, youth leadership and more. A royal commentator said, Harry's host duties were barely a cameo in one very small segment of the tour, related to natural parks. In his capacity as president of African Parks, a non-profit conservation group that manages national parks across the continent, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, is welcoming and co-hosting a group of US officials, conservationists, and philanthropists as they tour protected wildlife and nature areas, the spokesperson said. A Twitter user posted a photo of himself with Harry in Mozambique on Thursday. Prince Harry is in Vilanculos, they wrote. The Duke of Sussex has an established affinity for Africa, where he's said to hold some of his fondest memories. Last month, Harry reiterated this point while speaking at the UN General Assembly for Nelson Mandela Day. Since I first visited Africa at 13 years old, I always found hope on the continent, he said. In fact, for most of my life, it has been my lifeline. A place where I found peace and healing time and time again. It's where I felt closest to my mother and sought solace after she died. And where I knew I had found the soulmate in my wife. So much of my work is based there.